It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And welcome back. It feels like it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Well, so it was Memorial Day weekend, so we took our vacation, and as you all probably took yours. So we didn't do... Whoa!
Stop talking to us.
Clearly we're a little out of the...
We're out of practice.
out of groove. And then, yeah, so you all probably took your vacations, and then last week we had this, YouTube meltdown where apparently, I think it was only Google Chrome was having issues with the video, but then you couldn't chat, and it was just a mess.
It was the whole thing.
Which we didn't know that was going on until we tried. Perry can vouch, who is also moderating in the chat right now. But yeah, it was a mess. So here we are back at our...
Yeah.
This feels good. Feels right.
Feels good. Feels right. I want to get a little something in our glass.
I think we should.
While we do our sample shout-outs. And, first of all, so we're doing Bardstown Bourbon Company today. And if you want to skip to those specific points where we talk about the whiskeys, timestamps, and a pinned comment down below. So if you don't want to hear the rambling...
But you do.
You can skip around.
Oh, we're going to do that first.
Yeah, I think we should, because it's a sample shout-out.
Okay.
And it's a pour. So I've actually had this for a little bit, but failed to what?
Go ahead.
Just failed to bring it up for a sample shout out. So, and I think Perry had it for a while. Perry gave this to us, but it's from Dustin Walker. So shout out to him. This is a Wild Turkey 101 8-year export from 2004. In a little Maker's Mark bottle,
wow.
But it's Wild Turkey 101.
So, yes, very misleading.
Yeah.
Hello to I Whiskey She Wants, who is in the chat
Hey,
also. We did a thing. We did a thing on Friday night on Bill, the Whiskey Dictionary's
the Whiskey
live YouTube show. There were a bunch of us. It was really cool to hang out with some another Kentucky couple drinking duo.
Kentucky couple drinking duo, which we're getting shirts made that say that.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. But that'd be cool, though. So, hey, good to see you all again.
Dustin Whitaker.
Bobby and
you
Sam.
You said Walker. It says Walker on the bottle, just FYI. But thank you, Dustin.
What if I just run away
He's
and
gone.
It's just you for the rest of the chat?
I think I could handle.
You could do it. Sorry about that. Whitaker. Dustin Whitaker. Going to correct that right now.
Ooh, this smells good.
Who did this?
Who wrote this? That's not my handwriting.
No, it's mine.
Well, maybe we just need a new sticker.
Yeah, because that's terrible. All right.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice way to start off the day.
Good stuff. Cheers, everybody.
So we owe some updates. We've got what's new and sample shout out to get to. But before we get there, we just want to talk about a little thing that we've been toying with called summer hours. So today is a great example for why we would like to do summer hours. Because we were in Louisville yesterday doing the Michter's tour and the Kentucky Bourbon Affair, and then we're on our way back today. We had to be back for the 3 p.m. show, so unfortunately, while we were in Louisville, right there with all those distilleries, we could not do any more tours. And we plan to take some more weekend trips this summer just to be able to provide you all with the great info about these places and where you should go and what are the pros and cons and all that stuff. Yeah. So in an effort to accomplish that, we were thinking of moving the live to 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, which there would be 5 out in Pacific time. So I think it's after dinner for most people or before dinner, but it's
during dinner,
more of a drinking time.
You're not talking with your family. Just put on YouTube.
I don't know.
Get yourself a bourbon and shovel food and drink bourbon and watch us.
I think we're gonna try it for a little bit because a lot of people catch the replay anyways. So look forward to that. Next week we'll start that. The episode will be scheduled per that time. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. If everybody revolts and hates it, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, if no one is in the chat, then
that would be an issue.
Well, we should probably give it a couple weeks for people to, catch on and realize. And I don't know.
Yeah, and we may do it until football comes back or something like that. Till the fall.
But yeah, summer hours.
Yeah, so that'll be happening. So stay on the lookout for that.
That'd be cool. And things are always a little different at night anyway. We
are. It's bourbon night.
Yeah, so it makes sense, and just tend to get a little goofier at night anyway. So it'll be fun. Nice little experiment. Rolling on with what's new. Sorry, sample shout-outs, but it's also new. Got a little belated birthday gift from Monica, which is awesome. I haven't had time to open it up and build it yet, but this...
Which is a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. So this is...
Avengers Lego.
Yeah, Captain America's cycle here. with, what are these guys called? Oh, yeah, the Outriders. The Outriders are there attacking the cycle, so that's just really cool. I don't remember Captain America having, like, a flame gun thing.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it looks like fun.
Yeah. It's like he's having a good time.
Yeah.
He's smiling.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Thank you for that. That is awesome.
Oh, hey, Whiskey Crusader Sarah's in the chat as well.
Well, there you go.
Just everybody from our live.
Yeah. So, Matt from Whiskey Crusaders, actually, sent us this...
Kindly sent us this sample box.
Sample box of some rye, some scotch, some Irish whiskey, and bourbon finished doodads.
And that's like the 5th box like that he sent us.
Yeah.
So we're super appreciative. Such a kind, generous person.
We broke some of these out on Bill's live stream, the Whiskey Dick.
You could go watch. You should go watch it.
Watch the replay.
Watch the replay.
Yeah.
That will be fun. Mm-hmm. What else we got? That's all our samples. What's new?
What's new is...
We did get some stuff while we were in Louisville this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We...
all the mods are here? What?
Yeah.
Like,
it's Mod City, so
yeah.
you guys...
I just pictured, like, everybody from Captain Planet sticking their rings in the middle. Like, Earth, wind.
Who gets to be Heart, though?
No one wants to be Heart. That's why they give him a monkey.
Jason from the Master of Drum is here. He was also on. He came in later to the chat, pretty much actually right when we were leaving.
Yeah.
No correlation. We just had to bow out.
We can be in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, we're not the same chat. We're not the same person. We debunked that rumor, didn't we?
Right.
Okay.
All right. Show us.
I'm gonna just speaking of actually, Jason, he had this on the chat as well.
That's right.
This is a single barrel rye from Michter's that you get to bottle straight from the barrel. So it's a barrel turned on its side, and just imagine like a beer keg tap, just like right into the side. And I took video of it.
Yeah,
but
we have some video.
Yeah, you just release the valve, it goes in, it fills up, you label it, all that jazz.
I wrote the label that's on the outside of the box.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I got to put all the stickers on, which apparently one of them's coming off.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot and humid, the stickers don't want to stick.
Yeah. So, yeah, right down here.
Chad and Sarah.
Boom. This is the Fort Nelson Reserve Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, and the proof on this is 109.8. So, beautiful.
I was just thinking, like, what are we going to do with this bottle? I feel like we should, like,
Comes in
raffle
this.
it for charity or something.
I could do that.
I mean, it's so super cool. I like having it.
Yeah, and look at that.
It's a really great box. So that was something fun that we did while we were there. You have to pay extra, obviously, but you get the bottle and you get the experience, and that's fun.
Very cool.
So we have that.
Get that back in. I'll get the other thing.
I will. Go to your home.
Something else that we normally wait around for here in Kentucky, or, get in a raffle for, is...
Noisy paper.
Noisy paper that holds a Michter's 10-year. So this is the 10-year bourbon that we only have one other bottle of that's open right now, so it's great to have a backup. We can crack this one when that one is empty, but it's a 10-year-old, 94.4 proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, which we enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy a lot.
So very happy to have been able to get this without having to stand in line.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Right there at the distillery.
And then we got one more thing. So at the Kentucky Bourbon Affair, all of the master distillers, not all of them, but they get a group of them together and they go to each other's distilleries and choose their different barrel picks, which is really awesome. Like a Four Roses barrel pick chosen by, Brent Elliott plus master distillers at all the other brands that were participating.
Yeah.
Not something you come across every day.
Like Colin from Heaven Hill.
Right.
And,
I think Bill Samuels Jr. was
Bill Samuels, Makers, and...
Who else?
Did we see
Old
Andrea
Forester.
there?
No, I didn't see her. But anyways, I'm sure you can find the details online.
Other people.
So we got these, and all the proceeds go to charity. So that's nice.
Yeah, and it's got the bar 19 as in 2019.
Got a little sticker on it.
It's an OBSF. It's a 9-year, 4-month. 108 proof on the dot. Did that quick math. I'm so good. I usually get it wrong. When it's 54, I can do that math.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's neat. And we got to actually try all of the ones that were for sale. We got a ticket to try each of the single barrels plus 2 vintage whiskeys. They had the Old Crow chest piece
Decanter.
there.
Yeah, it was good.
Wild Turkey Rye from like the 70s. What else did they have there? Japanese Four Roses.
Like the teardrop bottle?
Teardrop bottle from, I want to say the 80s. I think, I don't
You know, they give you like 8 drink tickets.
They
It
expect
gets
you
a
to
little
remember this
fuzzy.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clifton McDaniel.
Oh, getting a
Ooh.
triangle.
Yeah, triangle. Just for
Wow.
you, because you're first.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Said awesome new pickups. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cool. So we would have bought all 4 because it was going to charity, but the Superfecta set of all 4 is $550, and I know 2 people who have a wedding to save for. So
Yeah.
we
But that
held off on that.
particular Four Roses was going to benefit Cystic Fibrosis Foundation of Kentucky, the West Virginia chapter. Oh, interesting. West Virginia chapter.
Well, it's probably like right there on the edge.
Boom, Jeff Ellis.
Jeff Ellis.
IBN Barrel Pick. We're going to be able to get that, get some bottles. Yeah.
We're still waiting.
We don't have them yet, but
Right.
when they do, we'll work that out. We teamed up with Wine and Market, an awesome sandwich place, and also wine and whiskey kind of liquor store here in Lexington, Kentucky. So they will be our retailer for that, and as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know.
Yep. We are waiting on an arrival time.
Yep.
So.
I wish I hadn't. Here, I can just do it.
Well, let's go just move on, and then we'll get it.
I'm already here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on.
Sploosh. Just a sploosh. It's a technical term.
I don't understand where that comes from, and I don't like it.
Cheers to you, Jeff. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. There it goes.
Speaking of vintage.
Go fund me a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
Okay, now the main event. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can call it the main event.
Okay.
So we actually got to try one of these, and I can't remember which one because they wouldn't let us see the bottle. Not like they wouldn't, but it was like getting close to closing time, and they were rushing to get
They
through
were
last
taking
call.
the pour spouts out of the bottles, so we were like, wait.
Yeah, they're just holding it behind the bar. So couldn't see which one of these. I think it was the green bottle, which is the
I think
Discovery
it was. Discovery
series.
series, yeah.
But yeah, so Bardstown Bourbon Company sent us these lovely little sample bottles so we can try all of their latest innovations, which is really exciting. All the
Yeah.
new releases. So we have the Fusion Series #1, the Discovery Series #1, and the Collaboration Series #1, which is the, I'm going to mess this up, Phifer Pavitt Reserve. So that is finished in the Phifer Pavitt Cabernet Sauvignon the barrels.
Wow, someone's had a long weekend.
You say it.
Where?
Right here.
Pfeiffer Pavitt Cabernet Sauvignon barrels.
Yeah, but you paused more,
Oh,
so.
whatever. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to go in the order of these.
I don't know. I kind of want to go 1, 2, 3 in the order that they have them. They start with the Fusion Series.
I guess we could do that.
Then they
Fusion
go.
series,
Yeah, that's the
Discovery
order.
series. Okay,
Let's work our way through the book that way.
let's do it.
All right. Fusion Series to start.
Actually, we might want to put Discovery series last because that's 121.21 proof. and all
That's
the
what I
others-
got a double of at the end of the night last night.
Whoa.
No wonder I had a headache this morning.
And all the other two are 98.9.
I haven't been drinking a lot lately, so.
So yeah, so
Jeez.
we're gonna start with the Fusion series. Clean glass here. Fusion.
That's
Fusion.
the Fusion.
Fusion.
Yep.
And we got another super chat to cheers.
We
we'll
do.
get a pour going here. This one's from Scott. If you want to read that.
Scott says, cheers from the cigar shop. Cheers to you
Cheers.
from the bourbon shop. Handy lunchbox sized bottles. Yes, they are. Good for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I like their labels.
So Scott, thank you for the super chat. Cowbell, cheers to you. And let's see what we got going on here.
Perry says the Pfeiffer Pavitt was actually 107 proof and that it was a misprint,
Oh, really?
which is the last one in the book.
Yeah. Well,
So apparently these are being released now. I don't think they're going to be available in our area until Friday. That's just something that I heard. I don't know if that's true. But we actually got to go to a preview event at Bourbon and Beyond last year where they were kind of giving samples in their press tent of everything that they were working on, and we got to try everything. So I don't know if any of these stemmed from those, because they said they were still working on them for like another 6 months. Everything we had that day was delicious, so I really appreciate them working on it for more time.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do we got?
I am picking up notes of leather and roasted nuts. I'm also getting some rich caramel of Old Kentucky. I forget the rest.
You can't do that. That's cheating.
Oh,
I'm reading it. So it's a blend. 40% Kentucky bourbon, 18% Bardstown Bourbon Company product, which is also bourbon, and 42% of another Bardstown bourbon. So basically they're blending their bourbons, which are 2 years and 3 months and 2 years and 1 month, that are varying ratios of corn, rye, and malted barley. Oh, it's a 4-grain.
Oh, good.
So one's one's wheat and one's rye. Yeah, and it's 98.9 proof. That's cool. So the Kentucky bourbon that's not theirs is 11 years and 7 months. And it's 40, so it's almost half that. Yeah. But their product makes up the majority, which is interesting.
That is. May I see it now?
You may, if you're not going to cheat. You can't just read their tasting notes.
Well, it says it's available May
it always gets hot.
May 2019 in Kentucky. Coming soon to Florida, Northern California, Indiana, Tennessee, and Illinois. So look out for that.
Yeah.
And Joseph Brazo.
He says, June is here. Hide the children and save me a bottle of mash made in heaven. We will see you later this month. I don't remember when you're coming. Please let me know so I can put that on my calendar.
Hide your wives.
Hide your husband.
Cheers to you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Joseph.
Whoa.
Whoa?
That is an explosion of flavor.
Whoa. Yeah. Woo. Well, I got caramel on the nose. That's pretty obvious. They list that. Yeah,
it's got a really sweet
borders on dry, so I think that's why they're saying this kind of leathery. I get that.
I don't get any leather, but it's just one sip.
Wait, they don't say leathery at all. I made that up. So they say, this is from them. No, right there in the beginning. I was right. Leather. They say leather.
You were right because you read it.
Roasted nuts. And rich caramel of Old Kentucky bourbon is countered with lovely fruit and the spice of the young Kentucky bourbon.
I definitely get the fruit, the spice, the toasted, or was it roasted nuts?
Roasted nuts, yeah.
I'm not so much getting the leather, but...
Well, I get it in the fact where it's bordering on dry, and I think sometimes older bourbons that are real leathery or tobacco-y can sort of kind of head in that direction. Sometimes, not always. It says the result is a unique nose, rich palate, and a balanced, lasting finish. Let's see. The finish is already kind of gone.
Really? It's sticking around for me.
Well, I mean, proof-wise, but again, this is...
I also just took a sip of water. So.
98.9 proof, so it's not like it's really gonna... But I am kind of getting a little bit of a hug.
I think it's really nice.
Which is nice for, not even 100 proof.
Now that I'm going back to it...
But as far as, like, sticking around in the mouth, I don't think it's an exceptionally long finish. It's more in the hug area than the choppers.
I think it's pretty complex. Actually. It's just crazy, like, the blend that they did.
It's got the tongue tingle. Yeah. Big tongue tingle for a 98, almost 99 proofer. It's 0.1 away from 99 proof.
I really like this.
I got 99 proof points, but
Nope.
No, nothing works there.
Nope. Nope. Sorry, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Liquid leather.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about all these. Like I said, this is a first impression, but we have sampled all of their kind of trials of where they were, not all of them, but all the ones they presented to the public on that day. And I thought every direction that they were going was really interesting, and there wasn't one that I didn't like. I'd say like the orange curacao finished ones are just not my favorite in general, because anything with an orange flavor just reminds me of medicine. But theirs I actually liked. I just still probably would have put it as my least favorite because of the orange.
Well, you know, we're not big fans of the Wild Turkey. No, wait, am I making that mistake again? They have the Oloroso, which isn't orange. I'm thinking of the
you
Heaven
do
Hill.
that every time.
Should I do that
Heritage.
every time?
Every time.
You think I would learn?
Nope.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
Nope.
Nope. Old dog, new tricks.
Yeah, it's got this like... Okay, so this is weird. It has a fruity note on the nose, but it also has this like, if you ever go hiking right after it rained and it's really hot, it's like humid and it smells like wood in the outdoors, and it's like the air's kind of thick, like that feeling on the nose.
It's an interesting...
Takes me there.
It's an interesting mash bill because, you know, in one of them, you have a 36% rye, which is 42% of the overall blend. In another one, you have 20% wheat and 12% malted barley, which is kind of a higher malted barley, which might be giving that
the
nuttiness.
nutty, yeah.
Which is the smallest amount, the 18%.
Eric Waite, hello.
In the 40%, what?
Eric Waite. We're just getting all the
Sweet.
peoples, all of our friends.
Also from the chat from the Whiskey Dick, and I was on his channel about a month ago or so. You can check that out. Yeah, the Kentucky one, which is the 11 year and 7 months, is more of a typical like 74% corn, 18% barley, 18% rye, 8% malted barley. So it's a really pretty unique, you know, 4-grain mixing together there. And I think this is one of the more affordable ones.
I don't know price points. That was not provided to us. I couldn't tell you. You'd have to. I bet it's on their website. You'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
So I can't speak to that. I can say that it's really delicious.
$60 suggested retail.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was actually thinking 50.
I'm surprised because I could see someone trying to put this out there for like 120.
And the fact that 60% of it...
Which is crazy, not valid, but like, you know, I could see it happening. Which is so this is good.
The fact that 60% of it is Bardstown Bourbon Company's 2-year-old.
That's some good 2-year-old.
I mean, obviously the 40% of the 11 year is
influencing.
Helping that.
But it's really cool that they know how to balance.
But it doesn't taste young at all.
It doesn't taste young at all.
So
So I think
I'd buy it for 60.
I'd buy it for 60. I'm gonna save what's left of this because I want to say what's my favorite of the 3 at the end.
Well,
I know we can pour more.
We've got more.
And I may need more, but I'm gonna hold out.
So I still think we should skip even if it is 107, and go to the other one that's also 98.8 proof.
All right, let's do that.
Which is the Phifer Pavitt Reserve.
Yes.
The one that tries to get you with the name.
Finished in Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, finished bourbon whiskey. Sorry, straight bourbon whiskey. Finished in Pfeiffer Pavitt Cabernet Sauvignon barrels.
That's really pretty. I'm sure it's from the wine. But...
So here's the description from them. An exceptional 9-year-old Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey.
I thought you were going to say exceptional mouthfeel and I was going to slap you.
If they said it, I would have had to have read it. Polished and decadent. Decadent.
I'm hesitant about that word.
Phifer Pavitt Reserve Cabernet barrels from Napa Valley.
Oh, this is a 107 proof. Perry said it's a misprint.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said even though it's still 107, it's still higher than the others. So. Wait, no, I wanted to skip to the 98. This is the 98.
It's not 98. It's 107. He said it's a misprint.
Oh, this is the misprint.
Yes.
So the other one is the 121.
I think. Perry, tell us which one is the 107 misprint.
Help us out, Per.
Is it the Cabernet finished one or is it the Discovery series? Tell us. Yes, that's correct. Okay, cool. Thank you for being our fact checker and our moderator.
This is the 107.
This is 107.
Okay, very good. Not really a whole lot on the nose.
Yeah, I'm also
Maybe
in
some
the same.
Sherry.
I get like a
Some
slight
boozy
toasted
cherry.
note, but that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna taste it because sometimes when I come back,
Like a
that's
brown
when
sugar cherry is kind of what I'm getting. Oh, it's a lot more nuanced.
Definitely. It's smoky.
It is.
It's smoky and cherry. And
ooh, it's rich like a dessert.
rich, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is like a sauce that they would put over like a bread pudding or something. This is... Or ice cream, because it's sweet. Wow.
It is sweet, yeah.
And it's got a little bit of a chocolate note as it's starting to go into the finish.
So again, that is
So, but yeah, like Luxardo cherry.
this one. Yeah.
With kind of a chocolate
Chocolate, yes.
drizzle. I'm getting hungry.
So again, this is the Phifer Pavitt Reserve. It's finished in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. It's 107 proof. And it's part of the new release line from Bardstown Bourbon Company, if you're just joining us. Did you say right off the bat?
I don't think I have.
I don't
think I have. So, Eric Waite is chiming in.
Oh, wow. It's much sweeter when you go back.
He asks, do we drink wine very often with dinner?
I love wine.
He says, I've had bourbons finished in sherry, PX, and port, but not Cabernet Sauvignon. The Cabernet finished ones, like the Jefferson's
Pritchard
Hill, or... whoa. It has left me.
I don't know which one you were going
The other
to.
Jefferson's.
Oh, the Groth.
The Groth, which is also a Cabernet, I believe, are sort of our favorites. And port ones like Angel's Envy, what is it? 1792, I think, has a port one. Port's, a pretty popular one to finish bourbon in. Usually isn't our favorite. We tend to go towards the sweeter cabs. Yeah.
That's really my happy space.
Yeah, but Sarah is more of the wine drinker. I do enjoy.
I do love
some wines.
A good red.
I'm more on the sweeter red side than she is.
More on the drier.
Yeah, she's more on the drier, but we're both more reds than white.
Yeah,
wines.
I'm not really a white wine fan. Okay, so someone asked, is this worth the price point? I think I need a few more minutes with it to be able to really weigh in on that. At $125, though.
Suggested retail $125.
I'm not going to lie, that's really steep.
It is
Especially
steep.
for something that's Tennessee. It's 9 years, so that's nice. And then they...
Wait, did you really just say, especially for something that's Tennessee?
Yeah.
Ouch.
I did. Ouch. Well, it's not theirs, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's
not the fact that it's Tennessee.
Well,
are
that
sometimes
doesn't help.
rival of the South.
So it's our rival, but not for any other reason.
It's more sports.
Sports. It's 9 years, so it has that going for it. It's 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley. And then it costs a lot for them to get those wine barrels and finish it. So I get that.
Yeah,
but when I can have Jefferson's Pritchard Hill for $80...
I know Pritchard Hill is more expensive because the Cabernet, or the Pritchard Hill Cabernet Sauvignon barrels it's a more expensive wine. I don't know the price of that wine by itself. This Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I don't know how much
Pavitt,
that
which I
bottle
still think
of
we're
wine...
saying wrong.
So, does anyone know what a bottle of that Cabernet costs on its own?
To the Google machine.
Because that could be interesting. I mean, if it's like a really high-end cab, maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
However, you got something like what's it? Southern Belle wine that's finished in Pappy barrels. So it's wine.
I thought that was ice cream.
No, it's wine. Is it
Southern Belle ice cream?
No, that's Bluebell.
Oh, you're right.
Southern Belle wine, which they finish in Pappy barrels, and that's like $25 a bottle. So I guess I'm just a little bit confused about how this works.
Why the pew pew pew? Is it because shots fired? I don't know.
Probably. So while this is very good, I'm definitely getting a really good hug off of it. I'll read you the flavor notes.
Oh, do it.
Voluptuous, succulent, bold notes of plums. Ooh, I see that. Milk, chocolate, and blackberries.
Okay, so it's a chocolate we were talking about.
I still get cherry, though.
I get more cherry than blackberries.
Yeah, me too. Oh, well.
But, yeah, I love that. Voluptuous.
Pfeiffer is $90 a bottle.
Oh, okay.
So you can see how those barrels would probably be more expensive.
Yeah.
But
and it's finished for 19 months in those barrels.
That's a lot longer than normal.
So
Normally it's like 6 months.
I don't know if they're tacking that on to the 9 year. I think they wouldn't. I don't think they could. I think it would have to be 9 years of a 9-year-old Tennessee bourbon.
Finished for 19 months.
Aged an additional 19 months. So that's, tacking on an extra year and some months. Almost 2 years. It's now available in Kentucky, Florida, and Northern California. Coming soon to Indiana, Tennessee, and Illinois. $130.
So what I'll say...
It's a great looking bottle, though.
Is I understand why these things cost so much because of what the process that they go through, like the extra 19 months of aging in the barrels that they had to pay extra for, and they have to pay for the facility to sweat them. I get it. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. If I paid for it and drank it, I wouldn't be disappointed that it didn't meet, that I felt like it wasn't worth the money. As far as, like, sometimes you get something that's expensive and it's just, like, honestly not good.
Yeah.
So this is good.
It's a $7.50, Jose. It's a full...
Yeah, not for these tiny bottles.
No.
This is just a sampler.
These are just samplers. That would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous.
That'd be ridiculous. Yeah.
However, I just love the proof. It's giving me such a good hug.
It's tasty. This would be a great, like, category of graduation present or wedding gift, or
this would be a great wedding gift.
Something more like, you want to go fancy for,
but you wouldn't necessarily buy it for yourself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be disappointed in it for $130. I would be happy to have it. But I know a lot of you are like, there's so many other things at that price point, and I don't want something finished at that price point. I think, if you're not sure if you like that type of thing, I would go with the Jefferson's Pritchard first. If you really fall in love with that category, then I think this is for you.
I think this does taste more nuanced than the Pritchard Hill, though.
It has a lot of
depth. Very balanced.
Very
and just,
rich.
Like, it just tastes right. Like, there's nothing that's jutting out that says, hey, I'm a wine, or hey, I'm a bourbon. It's just all, like, just in harmony.
And we've had some really bad wine finished bourbons recently. Town Branch.
Shh. They can hear you.
They did a 9-year-old sherry cask finish. I think it was 9 years. It was disgusting.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
come on.
Well, I didn't like it.
We're positive people here.
Well, I'm sorry, but I expected more. I was disappointed.
That's fair. We were disappointed. Yeah. Wow. All right, I'm going to leave a little bit. That's good. That's good.
To be fair, the Town Branch was in sherry casks, which I don't like as much.
There you go.
So maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Well, I feel like we like it more than port, though.
But that bottle was like $70 or $80, I think.
So Eric is kindly giving us some more info. The Phifer Pavitt is in Napa, and there is also a Pfeiffer in Oregon that makes really nice Pinot Noir.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I feel like every time I say Pfeiffer, I'm thinking of Pfeiffer Goes West.
Pfeiffer.
So I just want to say Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So I stumble on that every time. We're going to move next to Discovery Series number 1. This is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Is that it? Yeah. Green label.
Can I just say I love these labels that they did?
Yeah, they're really nice. And the bottle, again, all 3 bottles, kind of look the same. Different coloring and things that are etched on, it feels like, the back of the bottle. This is a blend of 4 different Kentucky bourbons. So,
is this clean?
Yes. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is what you're getting with these 4. You're getting 5% of a Kentucky 13-year-old, which is a 12% rye mash bill. You're getting, the lion's share is 75% of a Kentucky 11-year-old, which is an 18% rye. 19% of it is a Kentucky 10-year-old, which is a 13% rye. And 10% is a Kentucky 5-year-old, which is a 13% rye. So this is just a regular rye mash bill. The malted barley differs between 8% at the lowest and 12% at the highest.
So this is what I had last night. I had 2 drink tickets left, and the bar was closing. So I just go up to her, and I'm like, I haven't had that one. I haven't had that before.
Yeah.
I'll take a double. Not knowing that it's got as old as 13 years in it, and it's 121 proof. I just was like, I want that.
And that it retails for $130.
I had not read anything about this before ordering. I really enjoyed it last night.
It smells like last night. Yeah, sure does.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
That's nice. So this retails for $130, so it's the same area as this Cabernet
Just
finished
a
one.
little bit higher.
$5 more.
Yeah. So without looking at the notes, I haven't looked at what they've said yet. I tried not to.
I'm skeptical.
I didn't. I'm getting some fruit in here. Fruit and floral.
I definitely get a floral.
Not really any nuttiness.
I
If
get
there
a little
was
spice.
nuttiness, yeah, for sure. It would be
Ooh,
kind
got
of
too
like
far in there.
particulate of nutty. That's kind of been like
That we
crushed.
talk about, yeah. I'm gonna drink it.
Just some syrupy notes. It just smells like it's gonna have an exceptional mouthfeel. She loves it when I do that.
It's good.
Wow.
It's hard to leave this one and come to this one.
Yeah.
I think that transition is a little.
There's a proof. I don't remember it being kind of dry though.
I almost need a cracker.
Yeah. It's kind of dry.
Last night I was like in love with this. I was like, Chad, this is so good. Here, try it. And then
it was also the end of the night.
Glass of Whiskey, who is on Instagram, a friend, Tony, was there at the Kentucky Bourbon Affair, and he was like, he just was saying bye. He was like, I haven't had it. I was like, here, you have to try it.
One of those moments.
Like,
no, seriously.
We're friends. You can drink after
You gotta try it.
It'll
change your life. She wasn't like that. All right, so here's what they say. Description. The unqualifying concept in Discovery Series #1
had some heat.
Is a 12-year-old Kentucky bourbon combined with light accents of older and younger Kentucky bourbons. Taste notes. The hints of youthful bright spice and deep oak age
Yes.
add layers of depth and complexity.
I would say that that's pretty spot on.
I'm not getting a whole lot of oak, to be honest with you.
I'm getting a little bit.
I get the bright spice.
Bright spice for sure.
I don't get any really hints of youthful, but I don't think they're meaning it in that way. Yeah, I mean, I get this weird like Four Roses type of LE.
It is a little bit,
in
right?
the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like, this is
I was
a
trying to
small
put my
batch
finger on that.
LE. It just kind of has that sort of leathery tobacco in the very beginning, but not overpowering at all. It's just like, hey, this is something special type of taste. It's almost undescribable, at least to us. A better person could describe it.
Probably.
But you get this nice rush of spice and proof that doesn't just stay to your tongue. It kind of goes to the roof of your mouth and just like does this circle around your mouth.
It coats.
It's like in stereo. It's taste in stereo.
Right?
Put that on your label.
It's intense.
It's really good.
It's got a little bit of smokiness in there too, but I agree with you on that Four Roses call out.
121.21 proof. Available June for Kentucky, Florida, and Northern California. Coming soon to Indiana, Tennessee, and Illinois.
It has
Discovery Series #1.
It does have a great mouthfeel.
It has an exceptional mouthfeel.
No.
Yes.
No. Numbs the tongue a little.
It does. It's got a great spice.
It gives you a good hug. If you're not into the high proof, it's definitely gonna give you that. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's good.
This is tough. So okay, just quickly, this one or the Cabernet?
This one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I really like the Cabernet one.
Back.
I really do like it, but I want this one.
I'll go back and finish this one and see what.
Yeah, I guess I kind of want to go back now. That being said, I'm still super impressed with the fusion.
Yeah. If anything, it might be more nuanced, but there's just something about a super solid bourbon that just wins me over. You know? It might not have all the bells and whistles, but man.
So like totally fair, or totally not fair, to go back to the fusion after having this one.
Because of the proof?
Because of the proof, and I think the depth that this one has and the intensity makes the fusion taste a lot sweeter versus the first time around when I wasn't comparing.
Yeah.
Like, it holds its own for sure.
Yeah.
I highly recommend you at least explore what this brand is putting out by trying the fusion. If you're intrigued, then maybe go from there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're going to go wrong with this one. But still, I'm okay.
You got enough? Okay,
Yeah.
well, we got to toast Roy from Aquavite.
Roy, did you see that I was wearing... Yeah! Okay, good.
So he says, T-shirt feels, thank you for flying the Aquavite colors in Louisville today. Or Leoville.
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 Yeah.
You are welcome, and thank you for the super chat,
You're
Roy.
always welcome.
Cowbell cheers to you. If you haven't checked out Aquavite's channel on YouTube, just go listen to his voice. I mean, that's worth the price of admission.
First of all, there's no price. It's free.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah, go listen and.
And if you're more interested in getting some Scotch or other whiskey reviews, then he is your man. Along with a lot of other fine YouTube channels here in the chat.
They're all in the chat. They can tell you where to go.
They can tell you.
Them.
They can tell you. So many options.
I love his recycle reviews.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So well edited. Love his editing.
Well edited.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, and he's a great guy.
Hearts Fries.
Gonna get to see him again in October.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
With Scotch Chef's Dummies, and I think Bill's gonna be back, I believe.
Ooh, Eric Waite likes our t-shirts. He says they're very comfortable.
Thank you, Eric Waite. Check out his channel as well. The Mash and Drum wants a shout out. I mean, or it's just, just giving us some love. Either way, we love it.
Love.
Either way, we love it. Mash and Drum is another fine channel here on YouTube for whiskey reviews. Lots of bourbon. I feel like he might be a little bit more in the bourbon camp, which we always like. But he says, great live, guys. Huge fan of the Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion. I can say has wild turkey juice in it. Okay. Well, that's not surprising. We are huge wild turkey fans. Did a tasting last week in the Sensory Lab. Said wild turkey. Cheers.
That's really cool.
Thanks for the info.
Good inside info.
Thank you, Jason.
That deserves a triangle.
A triangle. There you go. Thank you for that info. Contributing to the
knowledge.
The knowledge here is what we love.
Yeah. Okay, so now
Roy's looking forward to October.
Well, look, I was telling Chad the other day that I think my happy place is actually on top of that castle, where they film all their
Whiskey Vault.
Yeah, and the Whiskey Vault, like up there at night as the sun's going down and it's cooling off.
Yeah.
Because it was so hot. Like, I'm pretty sure that's my new happy place. I think about that place.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't wait to go back there.
Yes. Agreed.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you can go watch our video. It's the Crowded Barrel Distillery grand opening video.
Uh-huh.
You can go find that on our channel if you want to see some of these people that we're talking about and the debauchery of Austin.
Debauchery.
Well, how would you describe it? Linux Cat wants to know what's going on in October. So, if you watch that episode, you'll get kind of an idea. But the Crowded Barrel Distillery in Austin, I'm just doing this now, opened last August, and we went down there for their launch party and had an amazing time. And I think everyone just gave them such great feedback that they decided to make an annual party out of it. Mm-hmm. It's going to be in October this year, thankfully, because it was 110 degrees in August. Yep. So yeah, super happy about that. Eric Waite says, still waiting for my Bourbon Night pajamas. Thank you for the super chat. What could we put on them? Oh, I just want little rocks glass emojis all over them.
Says,
and
like,
a onesie. It has to be a onesie.
Dreaming of bourbon.
Dreaming of bourbon.
Whoa, I don't like this bottle design. I'll just say that.
Here. I have a...
But anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, here we go. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. Go again, check out his fine YouTube channel on here as well.
We'll be working on those pajamas. I would totally wear a onesie that had bourbon on it.
As long as it has a butt flap. Or,
it has to have foots closed in, feet closed in.
Doing your biz.
Yeah, I guess it could.
So we just want to say, since this is a Bardstown Bourbon Company, wow, sorry for that. That was probably loud. Bardstown Bourbon Company episode, that Bardstown Bourbon Company, which is located in, wait for it, Bardstown, Kentucky, is a great place to go. Their, what's it called?
Bottled and Bond Kitchen. Love that restaurant.
Is amazing. They have an incredible selection of vintage whiskeys. I would say some incredible values in those vintage whiskeys. We got like a stupid cheap for what it was, like something from the 70s? Yeah. 70s or 80s?
This insane menu of vintage whiskeys.
That blew our hair back. It was incredible.
It's reasonably priced.
Priced. Their food is amazing. So
Wonton tacos.
We're not getting, they're not a sponsor. We're not paid for this. Yes, they sent they sent us this bourbon.
Not knowing how we would react.
For review, so full disclosure. But we are in no part, we have to say it, we are in no part sponsored or paid by the Bardstown Bourbon Company. We just honestly recommend their food and the Bardstown Bourbon Company, the Bottled and Bond Kitchen.
Every time we've been there, they have been super hospitable. Like, yes. Dan, one of the managers, has just like always been extremely welcoming. And
David, the head dude in charge is a really nice guy. We
Yeah.
got to meet him, and
We
it's
got to
just,
get a little sneak peek at all the stuff that they got in the back room. That was really cool.
Yeah, super cool stuff.
Just love it.
So we thought we would revisit something that we opened on our virtual bourbon. What's it called?
Bourbon Trail?
Bourbon Trail. Our virtual Bourbon Trail live, which was a two-parter. We virtually went to the Bardstown Bourbon Company, and this is the one that we tried to represent that place. It is a 10-year-old bourbon, rare release, cask strength, non-chill filtered. It is 113 proof. It's a straight bourbon whiskey finished in American Brandy Barrels.
Oh,
Right off the bat. Drink. Right off the bat.
He doesn't like it because of the way it pours.
Like, it's just hard to get. I guess it'd be better this way, but I pour towards camera.
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going back and forth between the.
Are you still on that? We
yeah,
moved on.
no, I still am on
We're in the
this.
next segment.
I will say I do give it to the Discovery series.
Yeah.
Over the collaborative series, but not by a ton. I like this one better, but this holds its own.
I mean, it's a
not that
heavy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm onto this.
Oh, you're on this. Okay.
It's a heavy bottle. It'd be a great decanter after you empty it, but it just doesn't. I would almost say two-hand this when
that
it's
looks
full.
silly. Like
Well,
a little baby.
You try holding it like this.
Well, I would hold it like this.
That's what I just did, and I got everything over.
I don't know how that would be much. Oh, I guess
Because
the
you don't
distance.
have.
Yeah.
So you hold it like that, and you're gonna drop it, and you're gonna shatter something. So it's like a two-hander. I don't even know.
Perry Turner.
Barry Turner?
I love it. He said, Sarah is so beautiful and smart. Looks like you got some competition.
Well.
You never say that.
I think you're beautiful, so beautiful and smart.
Well, you don't say it.
Well, I guess this is the same as the Rock Hill bottle, isn't it?
Hard.
Yeah. Just not good. It's a great topper.
Well, I need some. So, do you want to try that again?
Ugh, yeah.
Let's get
This
these
time-
out of the way so we can all
This
see
time
what you're doing.
I'll try pouring it this way.
Show the class.
Yeah. I'm going to have to two-hand it.
That is difficult. That's much better, though, than what you did before.
It feels like a big-ass perfume bottle, to be honest
It's a
with you.
big perfume bottle. It looks just like the perfume bottle that I have.
Yeah.
It's exactly
Do you
that.
need this much perfume?
No, how would I even pick it up to spray it?
Exactly. Ugh. What a paperweight.
Well, the nice thing is that they've clearly gone a different direction with their newer bottles. So,
Right.
yay, kudos.
Evolution, right? But let's talk about what's inside. So 113 proof, barrel proof. Very sweet, sugary nose. But I enjoy it.
Ooh. Whoa.
I
It's
like
sweet.
it. Yeah, it is sweet. It's kind of, I wouldn't say harsh, but it's more in your face than like the complexity of the, 121 proof of the Discovery series.
Whew. I don't know.
90,
Like 90-something dollars?
95, 99.
I think
I think 30 of that's for the bottle.
I'm ruined by these now. I only want these.
Yeah. Wait, what did Clifton say?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Pause for reading.
Pause for reading.
We were doing a podcast. It's a Patreon podcast that we do sometimes on the way back from Louisville today. And it just, in the middle of nowhere, started just a downpour of rain. And we were like, pause for safety.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pause for safety.
we suspended the podcast.
That's what you have to do with this bottle is pause
for safety. Make sure you got a handle on that thing.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
I like
but I like these
three better. So I think they're obviously going in the right direction. And
Agreed.
This was a collaboration, so it's not just them.
Right.
They're collaborating with someone.
And
But
we're not really in the brandy world, so
No.
that could possibly be it too. It's like
Yeah.
we're just unfamiliar with brandy.
American Brandy Barrels.
Because when we had this the first time, I think I was more receptive to it. However,
Sure.
following these, I'm like,
Yeah. Not the best act to follow. Which speaks well of Bardstown Bourbon Company products, you know?
This is way sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These just feel more balanced. Not bad.
But I do like it.
I do like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should say.
With Copper and Kings.
It's Copper and Kings. Because I was just thinking, oh, we had brandy from Copper and Kings.
My watch is like, it's time to stand up. I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm drinking bourbon. My watch just says it's time to drink more bourbon. Do you guys want that watch? I'll sell them.
It's time to sip every time. It knows every time
you
say nutty and it taps you.
You haven't sipped in like 5 minutes. Are you okay? Like, okay.
That's funny.
No, that's good. That's good. But yes, I defer to these.
Yeah.
I
would. But like you said, it's good because that means that they're growing in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I'm happy about that. All right. I've got a lot of things going on over here.
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave these out.
You do.
I'm going to save the rest of this for last because it's delicious.
Trevor Wilson was trying to say, here comes Chaz. But he says, he come Chaz. So I just thought I'd point that out to the chat. Silly Trevor Wilson.
He just graduated from his program.
Well, maybe take a second look.
Good for him. Cheers.
Oh, I'm kidding.
He's right. You are Chaz. Good for you.
Yes.
I'm so proud.
Congratulations, Trevor.
Cowbell cheers.
Cowbell cheers.
I don't have anything right now, but yeah.
We have one left. We have about 10 minutes, so I think we can get to it.
I think that's good timing. So if you want to stick around for an uncorking, that would be fun.
Here's a live uncorking. We have left the Bardstown Bourbon Company world. Sorry, we didn't have a fifth thing to tie into it.
We didn't.
But this is WB Saffell. This is from the Whiskey Barons series. It is made by Wild Turkey.
Saffell.
It's very hard to find where to get into it, so maybe we won't get into this one.
So weird.
On the live. See, it says it's a thing there, but it's not. While she's doing that, I'll just let everyone know.
It's lying.
Yeah, I know, it's lying. That, if you don't know, our home on the internet for all of our merch is whiskeyambitions.com. That's where you can find the Drink More Bourbon Glencairns, the itsbourbonnight Glencairns, our t-shirts, and more coming soon, like challenge coins coming soon. So, whiskeyambitions.com. All right.
And if you want to hear that podcast we were talking about, you can become a patron.
That's right. So, yeah, we do a patron-only podcast.
Ooh.
And that's on patreon.com/itsbourbonnight. Yeah. So, Whiskey Baron series is all about bringing back defunct brands. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first two they did was Old Rippy and Bond and Lillard. They brought back two defunct brands, and they were kind of sort of guessing on what the mash bill was.
I think
they did
based
it
on
from
notes that they had found.
Tasty notes. Like one of them is from the World's Fair. I think they had tasty notes from that. So WB Saffell is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It is 107 proof, which we love that proof.
Todd Cooper said he's opening his right now too.
What?
What is it? Did we just become best friends?
Get to the chopper, Todd Cooper.
It's kind of mapley. Kind of oaky.
Mapley, syrupy. Is it from Canada? We got maple.
It's kind of
we got
syrupy.
syrup.
Yeah.
But made by Wild Turkey. Anderson County. Yep. This is a 375. They sell for around $50. Limited edition. So, a little history here real quick. It says, in 1889, after 20 years in the employ of his contemporaries, W.B. Saffell opened a distillery of his own. Well, there you go. And became a treasure of pre-Prohibition America.
Lately, I've been just nosing too close, and I get the vapors. I get the vapors.
Oh, Lordy, I got the vapors.
Oh, that is mapley.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, it's sweet. It is sweet, mapley, a little dry, to be honest with you. 107 proof. Doesn't necessarily even drink like 107.
Oh, I think it's pretty spot on. It's got some heat.
Oh, hey. It's going a little nutty on the end.
It is.
Nutty.
It's nutty.
Yeah.
Hey, now we can do our January 7th 107 again.
That can be put in there. Yeah.
Because this could go in there. And this could go in there.
True that. DJ Beacon asks, will the 16-ounce Drink More Water glasses come out with a Drink More Bourbon logo? Do you really want to fill this much with bourbon? Wow, that would be...
I mean...
I think it would be ironic. You could have water. And you drink more bourbon glass. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Hadn't thought about that.
Hadn't thought about it, to be honest with you. That could work. So what do you think?
You know, I've been like... I felt about this series so far. Like, it's good, but is it $50 of a $3.75 good? And I've just felt like, maybe not.
Because you scale this up, this is over $100.
Right.
For a fifth. It doesn't drink like a $100 bottle.
This is tasty.
But this is tasty. I think this tastes more...
This is my favorite one so far.
Wild turkey than any of them.
Agreed. I will say this is my favorite one so far.
Yeah. I love the proof. I love the spice on the back end. Oh, I love the nuttiness on the back end. The finish.
It just has a great mouthfeel, honestly.
Is it exceptional?
And it settles towards the back of your tongue and just gives you this like slowly escalating heat, and then it just becomes the hug. It's really got a nice, like, this is weird, but like a nice cadence to how it builds.
Yeah. So Todd agrees, better than the Bond and Lillard.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is by far my favorite one of this series.
Yeah.
So if you've been skeptical and you haven't picked any up, I would be on the lookout for this one.
Yeah.
If you've been burned.
Yeah.
So you didn't like one of the previous ones.
Jose is pointing out this is Campari, which that is more accurate. I mean, they use wild turkey, but it's not like Eddie or Jimmy is out there.
They have nothing to do with it.
Crafting this. This is Campari utilizing the distillery that they own, which is Wild Turkey. So Jose correctly points out that Campari uses Wild Turkey's bourbon mash bill, 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. That higher percent malted barley is, I think, what's given us that kind of nutty finish on the end.
You're definitely getting that 13% rye, too. Yep. It's honestly coming through more than I would expect for a 13%, because, like, you know, you get some of those Four Roses bottlings that are in the 20s and 30%, and I think this is, it's like, the spice is there, but it's not a burning heat, and it's not, it's really smooth.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'd like to come back to this after we haven't had 5 other pours.
Yeah, for sure.
But I really enjoy it.
Let's start the next live stream with this.
Hey, how about we start the next live stream with this?
Sounds like a great idea, Sarah.
Cool.
Yeah. You mind going just a tad bit into... Take some questions?
I suppose.
All right. Because it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
And I haven't gotten up yet.
True. So there's that.
Yeah.
Staple.
Drink.
Eric Johnson. Question. How many bottles of bourbon, opened or unopened, does the average bourbon lover have at any time? Trying to determine a line between calling myself a connoisseur and obsessed. Yeah, fair.
We dance that line every day.
Well, for us it's different, though, because, like, we do purchase bottles, but then we also receive things like this. Mm-hmm. So it's like, sometimes it's out of your control. What you amass.
If you have a YouTube channel, you can call it a business.
It's research.
Or a pastime.
Yeah.
If you don't have a YouTube channel,
then
maybe
you're
think
obsessed.
about starting one. No, don't. There's too many. I'm kidding.
No, there's enough room for everyone.
There is. Yeah, that's, like, obviously not obviously because you don't know, but I have a collector's personality. So I used to collect comics. I used to collect coins. I used to collect stamps. I started to get in like figures, but that just takes up too much space. Like, Pops or whatever, Star Wars figures, etc. And now it used to be sound equipment, guitars, and things for a band. Now it's bourbon. But what's been good for me is I've never piled on. I've always like stopped one and started another. So I don't collect comics anymore. I don't collect other stuff like that. It's just bourbon. So I think as long as you have one thing that you're kind of collecting, that's okay, because you're not just buying what's inside here. You're also buying this bottle, and you're buying the story behind it, and you're buying the camaraderie that comes with sharing a pour with somebody.
Agreed.
So it is a very community-driven and collaborative experience, which is good, as long as, of course, you do it in moderation and with responsibility.
So, to go back to the original question, and real quick before I do that, Jason from the Mash and Drum pointed out that because the previous 2 releases didn't sell so well, they actually did involve Eddie in this, which makes a ton of sense as to why it's so much better.
Again, you all
makes a lot of sense.
Coming in with the information.
Thank you for the info.
That just, increases the value of this live stream. Thank you.
Jose called out Nutty and Mouthfeel. Carl the legend.
Carl
did it for Jose in his absence. So, going back to the original question, I think, off of what you were speaking about, I think, a normal average bourbon lover who has, a bar cart or, a small bar at home, I'd say 30 is reasonable. Of what you've collected and enjoy to, have open, or you plan on opening them. Maybe you've got some put away that are sealed just for a special occasion.
Yeah.
But that's, if you are just an at-home drinker doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But if you entertain a lot, I think that number could be exponential depending on how often, how many people are all your friends bourbon lovers, and you all do parties where you just try something new all the time, because then it makes sense if you have a lot larger collection, and it would make sense for more of them to be open.
So Clifton says, I think being a collector of other things definitely makes it hard to stop buying bourbon. For me, it was movies that started my collection obsession. We've gotten a lot of people weighing in on their number of bottles. So Andy says 110 bourbons, mostly opened, quite good for across the pond.
That is good.
We've had some other people weighing in. Yeah, between 30 and 300 sounds about right, says EJ Beacon. 250 in the bunker, 70 open, says Don. So yeah, we don't even want to talk about our number.
Another one up here, Jimmy the Kid says 125 bottles plus open and on the shelves.
We have an
Bourbon
85
Insane.
from Doug.
He's trying to say under 40, says Tony. Bourbon Insane says 160 and 70 open. It's a business expense.
There you go.
It is.
Check out his YouTube channel as well.
So
check out Doug's.
Dang, Robot Scott 400.
400 Robot
Woo!
Scott. Wow.
I don't even know what sample. We've got to send you a sample anyway because we owe you one, and I don't even know what we would send you if you have 400.
It's got to be a pick.
Right? 83 in the bunker.
Bunker from Michael. About 350 and another 100 from other whiskeys, says Todd Koopa.
Todd.
Yeah.
They start to take over. I think it depends on where you live too and how much storage options you have, because it starts to take over all the living spaces.
Kirk says 50 with 40 open. That's good. Before I started really revving up and going to releases, and before I even started thinking about the channel, I was around the 40 to 50 mark. And, I was doing It's Bourbon Nights as calling friends over and having a bourbon night. That's where the name comes from. So I think 40 to 50 was a pretty good number.
I think it's a great number because, when you start out, you're exploring. It's meant to be...
You got to find out what you like.
You find what you like, but then you should be trying new things also. So I think someone who likes bourbon but continuously buys Blanton's, Eagle Rare, and Evan Williams over and over and over again, they like bourbon, but they like what they like. And that's totally fine.
And they stop when they find what they like.
They stop when they find what they like.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. People do the same thing with food. You were talking about this earlier. Some people just love going to the same places and getting the same thing over and over again because it's reliable and they know it's going to be good every single time. And other people are like, I want to try that new restaurant. And that's kind of how we have to be.
Right. We don't want to just keep going back to Applebee's because what's at Applebee's.
Well, it could be nicer than Applebee's.
Go to Applebee's.
Right? But... It's kind of like that, you know?
So Trev Wilson says, seeing the vast number just shows how much of an amateur I truly am. Oh, come on,
That's
Trev.
not true.
That's not true. You know what you're doing.
And sometimes, depending on where you're at in your journey, or in general, you have to be selective about what you pick and what you have access to.
Okay, so Todd Cooper is admitting his hoarding problem, and he's saying my dining room floor is my bar. I can't walk in there. Send help to Todd.
I feel you.
Pray for Todd.
No.
I'm kidding, Todd. I had the same problem.
Yes.
Let's see.
What
Cooper
does
57.
That mean?
I probably have 40 bottles with maybe 15 open. Okay. What?
What does that mean?
Sarah is Leaker?
Lekker. I don't know what that means.
Scott says about 60-ish in my collection. I need some storage solutions. That's the Linux Cat. I think wooden shelves are the best. You can get some of those plastic shelves at Home Depot that say they're...
we got an order.
There we go. That they're can support X number. And I've got one of those, and it's doing this.
It's starting to bow.
So that's a little nerve-wracking. I think good, solid wood with lots of supports. And a little pro tip, if you want to kind of stack them deep, but you can still see it, is if you're a Booker's drinker, you have those boxes. You set those boxes down there, lay them down, and you can set bourbon bottles on the back, so you can kind of see what they are. It kind of puts it up a little
Pretty
bit.
cool, yeah.
Whiskey FOMO is a real thing, says Troy.
It's true, and we've had to learn, like, we have to, releases happen pretty much every week around here, depending on... You never know what it's going to be, and sometimes, like, last week they did a release, and it had, like, McKenna and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in it, but we already had that release of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and we already have McKenna, so that's no big deal. But you really have to start policing yourself and being like, no, I do not need any more of this. If I see an E.H. Taylor single barrel, that's fine, I'm going to let it go, because I have enough, and I'm really talking to Chad right now, because we have plenty, and it will bring someone else joy to find that bottle, and, like... We get new stuff all the time, and we don't have room for it.
Correct.
What if I brought home a dog every time I went shopping?
That's different.
No, it's not.
You have to take care of dogs.
Well,
and feed them.
We have to figure out what to do with the bourbon and find a place for it, and if it's open, we have to drink it before it goes bad.
It's true.
I mean, it's different.
You do have several years.
I could also have a collecting habit, and I don't.
Ooh, I'm glad for that.
We can't have two of us.
No. Leaker is sweet in Dutch.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
That's adorable. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to get a shirt that says that.
Todd says, Sarah, you can never have enough.
Never have enough puppies.
You can definitely. I think 101.
We were the Dalmatians.
Historically, has been pointed out, is enough. Is enough. Especially Dalmatians.
And we do have plenty to share. So that's good too.
Bourbon and Zane. Chad is convinced he wants that E.H. Taylor single barrel. I can see it in his eyes.
It's true.
I'm more of a small batch than the single
barrel. He does.
Just because
so that's the problem.
I've had a bad bottle of the single barrel, and I just can't get over it. It tasted like wet hay.
So we have a few of those because we know that it's something that we like, that we will continue to drink, and we honestly don't know when it's going to disappear or how often we're going to be able to find it. But at a certain point, you have enough in the stock. So.
Perry points out that if you need to clear some space out, I know a guy who'd be happy to empty out some bottles. I think he's talking about Perry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that person's me.
Well, so this problem is actually.
I will also take your empty bottles.
Yes. This problem is actually turning into a really great solution for what to give people at a wedding.
Yeah.
A lot of bourbon.
We're gonna have an awesome bourbon bar.
We're gonna have an awesome bourbon bar.
At our Yeah.
Just because, there's just so many things. I'm super excited.
Oh, wow. Perry says he's never had a single barrel tailored that he's loved.
I only had one.
Yeah.
I've only had one that I loved.
That's true.
And it's long gone.
Sad. Travis says he actually has a Dalmatian, and she's not too much. Okay.
Just one.
Yeah. She's in my lap now, and she's watching and drinking.
That's so sweet.
What is she drinking?
Wait, what's she drinking? I don't know about that.
No,
part.
as I'm watching and drinking.
Oh,
Sorry.
I
didn't see that.
What?
The laptop's kind of far away.
Drinking
I can't.
What?
Drinking more bourbon? Yeah.
Perry says, oh, dang, I didn't even consider the wedding bar. Oh, yeah. The wedding bar.
The wedding bar.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be a thing.
Is that an open invite to the wedding then? Clifton says, I'd love to say that my parents were millionaires and that we could afford to just do an open wedding invite, but unfortunately, no.
No.
I have been given a strict budget and guest cap.
Yeah, for sure.
So sorry.
For sure, yeah. Well.
Which 50 of those people are aunts and uncles. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess that will do it for us. We're glad to take some of those questions from you guys. Thanks for contributing and revealing your bourbon habit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks for opening up about that.
It's a safe space.
It is a safe space.
It's
no
the trust
judgment.
tree. It's a trust
but if
tree.
you said 1,500, I might judge you a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Hey, TNT Blues Corner.
For the extra innings, I got a little bit
Thank
left.
you. I got...
Yeah, just a little bit in that one.
That's nothing in there.
No?
But this one was this one.
I don't know what you did.
And I liked this one.
Eric Waite says, Sarah, can I be your maid of honor? Oh, that's sweet. I don't think my best friend would like it if I took it away from her at this point, so I'm going to have to say, unfortunately, no. Maybe on the next one, though.
So this is good from Troy. He says, FOMO cured. Just remember the words of Freddie Johnson. There's been great whiskey in these buildings before I started working. There will be great whiskey for years to come. Indeed. Even though
no one even noticed.
I butchered that. What?
Nothing.
Okay. This is for TNT's Blues Corner, another great YouTube channel. He says, for the extra innings, cheers.
Go check them out.
Cheers.
We'll listen to some music.
Some music.
You know what? I think we should put that on after this. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh.
All right.
Ooh, that is good. This is the winner. Discovery Series.
Yep.
I enjoy it. I'm just going to
Agreed.
go ahead and say I would pay that for it.
After just going to a couple more,
yeah.
I went back to the Cabernet one, and I like it, but this one is the best one, for sure.
It is.
So, yeah. If you want to go big on Bardstown Bourbon Company, definitely go for the Discovery Series.
Yeah.
If you just want an intro, we recommend the Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do decide to get the Cabernet one, if you're into finished things, it's really good.
It is really good. It's very complex.
All in all, like, I was expecting to give, like,
Not a
maybe
bad
one of them.
bunch.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to hand out such favorable reviews today.
Yeah.
But there we go. So there you have it.
There you have it. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Sunday. So glad to get to hang out because it has been a minute, as we said, and glad nothing went wrong.
Just a reminder, next Sunday we will be at 8 p.m. I saw some people saying, yay, we love that idea. I saw some other people saying, oh no, we can't make that time. We're going to test it for a few weeks. We'll see how it goes because we have some friends in other parts of the world that can't participate at the current time. So maybe it'll just be a ebb and flow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're going to give it a shot for a little bit and see how that goes. If not, you can catch the replay. But it's been fun.
That's right. Special thanks to our moderators here, including Perry, Carl the Legend Ivy,
Jose,
who's
Swan.
and Swan, who are in here. And so that'll do us. Join us next Sunday during the summer hours, as we said. Thanks so much, guys. We really love hanging out and drinking some of America's one and only true native spirit bourbon whiskey. So
Well, it tastes better when you say it that way.
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. Until next time, drink more bourbon. And then I come over here and I find the stop button, and then I hit it.